very weird thing about stock photography is that the most liberating part of it can also be the hardest part of it. I'm talking about the fact that you can shoot pretty much anything you want. In one aspect, that's fantastic because you can shoot anything you want. But the problem with too many choices is that you don't know where to start. And instead of feeling inspired, you might feel stressed and anxious, and maybe even put the whole thing off. As someone that's been shooting stock for over a decade now, I'm struggling with this too. And I have to narrow down my options, focus on what's right in front of me. Otherwise I'll just, stare into the distance, drooling, eyes twitching. So today I'm going to talk about how you can narrow your focus and decide on what you should be shooting for your stock portfolio. Welcome back to the channel, my friends. If you're new here, my name is Chris. I'm a full-time photographer and videographer living in Sweden. Today, we're gonna figure out what you should focus on when you're starting out as a stock photographer in 2021. Because as I said in the beginning, it can be quite overwhelming to say the least when you literally have the whole world in front of you to choose from. So let's talk about the one thing that I think you should be focusing on when starting out as a stock photographer. It's pretty easy. Start locally. I know that when looking at people's portfolios on stock footage websites, it might seem like you have to be shooting business people drinking coffee in New York. And yes, while I'm sure those sell very well, there is also way too much competition for you to start out with. Too much competition for a photographer just starting out. However, I bet if you search any stock websites for photos or videos of your local area, your neighborhood, wherever you are in the world, chances are you're probably not going to find that much material. And if you're lucky, you won't find any material at all. If you are that lucky, you just found a hole in the market. A hole that you can fill up with your own footage. Videos and photos. And before you know it, the next time someone's searching for footage from your area, you're gonna own that market. You're gonna own that market. It's only gonna be your photos popping up, no competition. So I do encourage you to think like this, no matter what kind of photographer you're aiming to be. I mean, if you're a landscape photographer, go out and shoot the nature surrounding your local area, because every area is unique. If you like shooting food, focus on what's only available where you live. Most places have food that only exists in that part of the world, no matter where you live. Food that only exists where you live or is made in a way that nobody else makes it anywhere else. Photograph that. As an example, I live in Sweden, and once a year here in Sweden, we eat these little desserts called semla. And when I did some research a few years ago, I realized there are very few photographs of semlor for sale on any stock sites. Now, there are not so few photos anymore because I made sure to fill up that hole with a lot of my own material. And they sell very well, partly because I think they're nice photos, and partly because there's just not that much competition. And the best part about the semla is that it's a tradition. We eat and sell them every year. So I know that my photo is gonna keep selling next year as well, and the year after that. I even like to reshoot these things every year or every other year, because as time goes on, things change. Maybe the way we would arrange a scene changes, depending on what's modern. Maybe the food itself changes a little bit. I certainly changed as a photographer. I am definitely a lot better now than I was 2 or 3 years ago. And if you want to be a lifestyle photographer, shoot people, work with models, you can shoot all of these things, but let the people be the main focus. Friends hanging out in your local town square, eating the local food, camping in the local nature. You can even get those business shots, but instead of using Manhattan, you'll do it in your local area, because I'm sure there's a lot of businesses around there as well. Just make sure to get signed model releases for any people that you use in your shoots, unless you're shooting newsworthy footage for editorial purposes. But that's a whole different video. So yeah, I think this is the very best place to start out for a new stock photographer. Look what's in front of you, what's around you. Make a list of all the unique things that you can think of from your local area. Local places, local food, local traditions, people, anything you can think of. and now do some research. Go to a few different stock websites and search for all these things in your list. And find those things that have very little to no content representing it. Then fill that hole in the market with your images and your footage, and just own that part of the market. Companies want authentic footage, authentic images that represent all types of people in all parts of the world. So start capturing your world where you live and as you see it. And I'm sure that's going to create some passive income for you in the future. Well, I think this is a good place to end this video. If you enjoyed this video or find it useful in any way, please feel free to give this video a like. It is the very best way to help the channel out, make it grow, and tell YouTube that you like whatever it is I'm doing here. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos on photography, videography, and of course, making money with stock photography. So with that, take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.